Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's Week 10 in the NFL. We are talking with Jeff Cadillac from jeffcadillac.com, analyzing two more games. Jeff actually gave us two winners last week, so coming off a good week in our videos, and he has chosen, curiously, the Minnesota-Oakland game as his first game to analyze this week. Now, Jeff, we can analyze this game from Pinnacle has a line right now. It's Oakland -3. There's no market-wide line. So for our official record keeping here, we're going to give you whatever the best number is from the market-wide numbers when they open up. Right now, the Pinnacle is hanging Oakland -3. No one else I'm seeing at SBRodds.com is hanging a line, and it's understandable why, right? Teddy Bridgewater had a concussion last game. Latavius Murray, he got banged up. I think he's going to be playing this week, but there's sort of a lot of question marks here surrounding this game. And the interesting thing about Minnesota is that the sharp money bet against Minnesota once again last week, and once again got burned. Minnesota has now covered 7 straight games in a row, and the sharps have been betting against them in a number of those. Here they're on the road right now getting 3 at Pinnacle. Oakland, though, has covered 3 games in a row since their bye, but they went all the way across the country to Pittsburgh, got a close loss, covered but didn't win. Now they're coming all the way back home with some issues now in the running game, facing an ATS juggernaut in Minnesota. This is a confusing game for me, Jeff Cadillac. Why'd you pick it? What do you like?
Well, I'll tell you something also, Peter. I agree with you. It's a very confusing game.
So why did you pick it then as one of your top 2 games to discuss with us this week?
I liked it because I thought it was a very interesting game. Okay. I like the fact that Oakland and Minnesota, they're 2 teams that are obviously playing better than they have in the past few years. I see a lot of good things coming out of this game for both teams. Oakland, though, last week against Pittsburgh, on your show here on SBR, I did pick Oakland plus the points. Did win, but I will tell you this: Oakland last week gave up 597 total yards against Pittsburgh, and at the end, if anybody was watching that game, because I was watching that game, at the end there was a cornerback play where Antonio Brown, who was on fire last week with 284 receiving yards, he almost ran one for a touchdown that almost busted the whole coverage.
Yep.
And if it wasn't for Charles Woodson chasing him down out of bounds, Oakland might not have covered this game. And then also D'Angelo Williams, which also ran for 170 yards against Oakland. He almost ran in for a touchdown after that reception and also busted the coverage. So with 4 seconds left, Pittsburgh kicked a field goal. And I'm sure all the Oakland people that had the points in that game were probably thanking their lucky stars that Pittsburgh didn't score a touchdown and kicked a field goal in the final seconds of the game, because otherwise it would have been a straight cover for Pittsburgh. But Oakland always plays them tough. They were down 14 points in that game. But what disturbs me this week is that pass defense. The pass defense for Oakland is 32nd in the league. That is bad. Pass defense, 32nd in the league. And it only seems like Charles Woodson is the one who's playing defense back there. And that's what gives me a little bit of a scare in this game. But then again, on the other side, you have Minnesota's pass offense, which is ranked number 30 in the league. Now, we all know Adrian Peterson is a top tier 1 running back in this league, but Oakland does have the 8th rushing defense in the league. So if you can neutralize Adrian Peterson and put it all on Teddy Bridgewater this week, you possibly could eke out a win for Oakland. Now, I was kind of surprised that Oakland also is the favorite in this game. A lot of times, people, and we're talking about the spread and everything, but right now, Oakland is home. They're looking at a favorite. But Minnesota, we don't know the status of Teddy Bridgewater. He did get a concussion, sustain a concussion in that game. Latavius Murray also for the Oakland Raiders. The two, he's a big threat. He's a welcome surprise for the Oakland offense this year. He runs the ball very well. He is a pass catcher out of the backfield. Without Latavius Murray, it'll have to be all on Derek Carr, which is, it's very tough. I mean, this game going back and forth, there's a lot of good things in this game. There's a lot of things you definitely have to look at. Like I said, also Oakland as a favorite this year, they're 0-1. So that's also a factor you have to look at.
Well, wait, Jeff Cadillac, we need a pick from you. This is a picks show, Jeff Cadillac. You selected this game. You could have taken any game on the entire card that you wanted. This is the one you wanted. We need a pick from you, Jeff Cadillac, not either way.
Right at this moment in time, I would take Oakland.
We'll see how this turns out, Jeff Cadillac. Tell us what your website, jeffcadillac.com, is all about.
Okay, jeffcadillac.com. You can check out all the games analyzed every week. I have more information about the Minnesota-Oakland game on some background numbers for both teams on my website at jeffcadillac.com. And you can always check my best bet of the week on Twitter at jeffcadillac1 on Fridays.
Thanks so much, Jeff.